Hello. So this is a beginner's workout. It is straightforward, but as I'm aware that if you're doing this workout, you're probably doing it at home. You might not have done any exercise before, so it's fairly straightforward. If you've done a little bit of exercise but still kind of class yourself as a beginner, you might find it too easy. But I didn't want anything that was really too difficult technique-wise. So we'll get going with a warm up and I'll explain everything as we're moving and we're getting warm. So all you'll need for this one is just a little bit of open space. You can wear trainers if you want. There is a little bit of tummy exercises at the end, which for that will be down onto the floor. You don't have to do that bit, so if you don't want to do that, don't be put off by doing the other bits. But yeah, if you want a mat, you can use it for that. But if not, just do the first part and then carry on. And then you can carry on with stretching. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll find a little space to start off with. We'll have the feet apart. And then we're going to turn the head over one shoulder. And then swap in and go over the other shoulder. So we're going to start off with a warm up. And then we're going to do a little cardio workout. Bring the head back to the centre. Then we'll turn the head. We'll tilt the head over and then the other way. I'm going to use a 40-second work to a 20-second rest ratio. You can just do as much or as little as you want. And then the other way. Okay, so we'll roll the shoulders, so to step the shoulders backwards. Like I said before, the moves are straightforward, and we'll go the other way. I didn't want it to be too confusing if you're doing it by yourself at home. Okay, so we'll have the hands on the hips, just circling the hips around, but we'll start off just get all the joints moving, then we'll pick up the pace a little bit, and then we'll go in with the main workout. And there's a little bit of tummy stuff to finish off with. Then we'll go the other way. So 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, and there are 5 exercises in one round, then we'll have a rest, and then we'll do it again. Okay, so join the feet together, put the hands on the knees and just slowly just guiding the knees around. Sit, and then reversing, going the other way. You can do as much or as little of this as you want, and if you need to stop and rest, then just stop and rest and join in with the next one. Sit. Okay, so finding your balance, lifting up a leg, and we'll just circle the foot around. So just from the side. And we'll swap legs, so swapping onto the other leg, to here, as you can see, rolling the foot around. So 5 exercises, I'll aim to do them 3 times, and then we'll do a little bit for the tummy and a stretch. So what we'll do is just have a little march on the spot. So just swing the arms forwards and backwards. Okay, so we'll take the arms up, so just stretching the arms up and down. Keep the feet going, little marches on the spot. Reaching the arms, and the feet are still going. Sit. Good. Okay, so feet apart, we're going to stretch up and across. So just release the leg, reaching up and over, stretching out the sides. So it's just reaching up and over. Sit, and then we'll go in front, just stretching across one way and then the other. And back over the top. So this time just stretching a little bit further, reaching across. Sit, and in front. Let's go cross, cross, cross. Sit. Good. Okay, so just gently bringing one knee up in front. Sit, so from the side, just lifting the knee. If you can't do too high, keep it a little bit lower. If you're feeling okay, you can bring it up a little bit more. Sit. Okay, so feet apart, little punches forwards, dip to the side, sit, so little punches forwards. Sit, good. And then have a little rest. Okay, so we'll go with the main workout. So it's kind of just a step up from what we've just done. So I don't want it to be super tiring, it is straightforward. So 5 exercises, I'll do the first one and then we'll have a 20-second rest. I'll go over the next one. Once we've done all 5, we'll then have a longer break. So your first exercise, a little bit like what we've just done with the punches, we're going to add a step. So you'll just tap in the leg one way and then the other, and then the same arm, same arm. So you can do it slow. If you're feeling a little bit more energetic, and you can go a bit quicker. So it's low impact, but it is a little bit of coordination. So that's the first exercise. All of these exercises you don't need any equipment for. So I'm just going to set a timer. If you've got some music, you can put some background music on. So that's your first one. I'm going to go continuously through and you'll have 20 seconds in between each one, just to kind of listen a little bit and pick up the next exercise. Okay, first round, ready? And off we go. So going in with that punch and step. Just do it to your pace. So same arm and leg, same arm and leg. So keep the shoulders down, don't let them sort of round up. So it's also non-impact workout. There's no jumping in this. So just tap in. So you're halfway. If you're struggling with the coordination of it, just do the punches that we did in the warm-up. So without any out of the leg. So tap in. Sit. So a couple of seconds left. Resting. Good. Okay, so the next one, we're going to split down into 2 20-second blocks. What we're going to do is reach the arms across the body, and we're going to pull into the centre. Oh, that was bad for bounce. Into the centre and up, into the centre and up. If you're feeling more energetic, take the leg off. Ready? And here we go. So we're going to tuck in, reach, pull, pull. You can make it harder by bringing the leg in. Remember to do all of this in your own pace. It doesn't need to be the same pace as me. It's just the first round. Put in and swap in sides. So other leg, put it in. Remember, you can just tap and tap if it's too much. Come in, in, in. So 40 seconds, but 20 seconds each leg. So in. Resting. Good. Okay, next one. So your third exercise. Feet apart, so a little wider than hip width. I'm just going to turn slightly to the side. We're going to do a little reach down to the floor and a reach up to the ceiling. So a little bend and a reach. Okay, ready? And off we go. So small bend, reach, small bend, reach. So make sure that you stick in the bum out. So it's not a full squat, it's just like a half little mini squat, adding in the arms. So reaching down to the ceiling, down to the ceiling. That's it. So do it in your own pace. Reaching down, up, down, up. So you've got 10 seconds left. Small bend and reach. Small bend. If it's too much to go up to the ceiling, just go out in front. Resting. Good. Okay, next exercise. So that little bend that we've just had, so feet apart, little bend, only a little bit, stick the bum out a bit, and all we're going to do is walk forwards and back. So walking forwards and back. Okay, ready? And off we go. So imagine that there is a square on the floor and you are walking on forwards on each point of that square. Halfway, we'll then lead with the other leg. So if you're doing right, back, or right, left, left, coming back, then we'll lead with the other leg. So, other leg, coming forwards, forwards, back, forwards, forwards, back. That's it. So you've got 10 seconds to go. Forwards. So there's a little bend walking. Resting. Good. Okay, so we've got one more of this circuit and then we're going to have a little rest. Elbow, knee are coming to meet and then we're going the other side. So have your hands by your head. If you can't meet, just imagine. If you can, we'll come across. Ready? And if we go, so coming across, down, across. So your abs are nice and tight. If you can't do much, just do little ones. If you're okay, the aim is to come across. So you can get it as fast or as slow as you want. So it's really up to you how much effort you put in. This is the end of the first round. We're going to do 2 more of these. Cross, cross. 10 seconds, cross, cross. So it is a little bit bounce, again back in with a little bit of coordination, but it's all non-impact. Resting. Okay, resting there. Good. So have a rest. If you need to get a drink, you can walk it off. That is the end of the first round. So we're going to do exactly that again. We've got your punch and your step. We've got your reaches coming on a diagonal. The next 2, so if you're okay where you are, feet apart, little bend, stick it there. If you want to make it harder, come down into like a lower squat. So you do your squat and your reach in a lower position. You want your feet apart, bum going back. So imagine you were going to sit down onto the toilet. So you'd want your bum to go back first, so you knew that was where you were going to land. But if not, just stick with the little one. And that's the same for the 4th exercise. The lower down you are, the harder that is going to be. So you've got options here. If not, just do it. If you're struggling, do it slow and in your own time. Okay, so you're going to do that again. We are going back to the first exercise. So I'm going to reset my timer. Back to the first exercise. Okay, ready? So your punch and step, round 2. And off we go. So punch and step, punch and step. If you're not quite ready to go, either pause it or just at any point you can take a little march on the spot. If you want to make it harder, you can get it quicker. If you're struggling, just do it slower. So this is a cardio workout. We've got a little bit on the arms with your reaches and your punches, and a little bit of legs when you're bending down and you're doing the box step. So now we're warm up, we want to push it a little bit more and get it a little bit quicker. Sit, just tap. Good, resting. 1 down. So we're going to do the second one. So we're breaking it into halves. It's easier. Opposites reaching across, coming in and out. In. Harder, you lift the knee. But you can only do that if you've got the good supported leg balance. 20 seconds each side. Ready? And if we go, so pulling in. So it's balance. If you're feeling good, you can go faster. If you're struggling, do it slower and keep the leg on the floor. So this is round 2. Pull in. Sit. And swap in sides, so other side, pulling in. So you want to feel that you get warmer, a little bit out of breath. That's kind of the aim of this workout, but low impact and not super strenuous, like there's not a lot of coming up and down off the floor. Resting. Good. Okay, you've got 20 seconds, use that time, so if you need to walk it off or just move or just stop and take your time to breathe. So your next one, your bend, reach, if you're feeling energetic, lower. Ready? And off we go. So squatting down, reaching up. So imagine that you were picking something off the floor, put it on the top shelf. Down, up. Sit. If you're struggling, don't even do the bend. If you can't reach the arms, if you have some problems with the shoulders, just do like a little bend and then a reach out in front. Halfway. So now we're warmer, you might find you can bend the legs, but watch that you're not rolling the knees. You don't want to roll the knees, push them out. So just do what you can. If you can't do 40 seconds, just rest. Down, down. Sit, resting. Good. Okay, so your next one, we're taking that little bend, so bum back, small bend. We're going to walk forward, so you've got your square, and you're just walking on the corner of each square. Ready? And if we go, so we're going to walk forwards and back. Forwards and back. So just do as much as you can. If you're not ready to start, just stop, have a longer rest, That's it. So we're leading with one leg. Obviously you want to make it harder. You can take it into a lower bend. Stay there, staying down. And swap a leg, so lead with the other leg. So if you're leading with the right, swap to the left. Forwards and back. So just do as much as you can. And forwards and back. Forwards and forwards. Rest. Good. Okay. So you've got one more of this round. So elbow to knee are coming into the middle. So easier is just a little one. Harder is folded in half. Keep this tight. Ready? And if we go, come across, cross, cross, sit. This is your last one, then we're going to have a longer rest. Cross, cross. So remember, you've got options with those exercises. Seconds if you can. If it's too much, you can tap it, so you can just sort of add a little bend. You don't have to do the whole lot. Good. Resting. Resting there. So have a longer break, walk it off, get a drink, and then we're just going to try that one more. If you don't think that you can do another round, then just skip through and join in with the stretches that I'll do at the end. If you're feeling okay, we're going to do one more of those. So last one. So if you're feeling a little bit out of breath, try and stick with the easier versions that I do. And then if you feel okay, we're going to push it a little bit more and go for some of the harder ones. So lifting the knee, squatting a little bit lower, but only do that if that's okay and you can. So just rest. We're going to do that one more time. I'm still going with the 40 seconds on and the 20 seconds rest, but you can do as much or as little of that as you want, so you don't have to do the whole time. Just stop when you've had enough, join in with the next one. So we've got 5 exercises. Okay, so we're going to go back to the top, one more, and then we'll do just a couple of ab exercises, which will be down onto the floor if you feel you can. Okay, so we will go to the top with your punch and step. So have a drink, come back into the middle, and then we're going to get going. Okay, last time each one. So your punch and your step. Ready? And if we go, so we've got punch and step. So harder is faster, easier is slower. Less coordinated people, just go with your straight punches. Don't worry about the leg. So this is your last one. Do it in your own pace, each of the exercises. So same arm, same leg. So a little bit of coordination to get going with. Last time each move. 10 seconds to go, and then you've got a 20 seconds rest. Resting. Good. Okay, that's that one done, so we'll just move on with the next one. So you've got your diagonal reaches harder, is faster, and with the knee. Easier is slower, just pulling into the middle of the body, to the centre of the body. Okay, ready? And if we go, so pulling in, into the middle. The knee is optional, keep the abs tight, it's working that supporting leg because you're standing on it. And swapping sides, so pulling in, sit, in. So remember, you don't have to do the knee. 5 seconds left. Resting. Good. Okay, that's 2 down. So we're going to work into the legs. I'll do it to the side so you can see. So feet apart, a little wider than hip width. Small bend, big reach. Or small bend, reach out if you've got sort of shoulder problems and going up repetitively is too much. Ready? And if we go, so little bend and stretch. Bend, So we are imagining you're stacking shelves, picking stuff up off the floor. It's a good practice to bend the legs, to make your legs do the work. Harder is bigger, easier is smaller. Halfway, so down, up, down, up. So it's just getting the legs going to the third round, so you may find you can do a bigger one because you're more warm, your legs warmer. Last one. Good. Okay, resting the legs. Next exercise, we've got 2 more of this circuit. So we're going to do easier, walking forwards and back. Harder is to return down to that squat and just walk forwards and backwards. Okay, ready? And if we go, so we're going to walk forwards and back, forwards, back. That's it. So the lower you are, the harder this will be. If you're struggling, just come up a little bit more. That's it. Other leg, so lead with the other leg to keep each one equal. So you walk into those corners of your box. 5 seconds if you're still going. Sit. Resting. Good. Okay, one more. So we've got one more to do. So nice little one getting the tummy going. So elbow and knee are meeting in the middle. If not, smaller ones. If you can't have the arms up, just do a little knee. Ready? And forgo. Last one. So your abs are tight, folding in half, meeting in the middle. If it's too much, do smaller ones. You don't have to do the knee, you can just tap the leg, but still getting a little bit of rotation. So you're over halfway, your last exercise. So come in, across, across. We have got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest, good. Okay, so just rest for a second. You can walk around your room, so if you need to have a minute just to keep it moving, you can walk around the room. And then what we're going to do for the next part is just do a tiny bit that's down onto the floor. So if you have a mat and you want to lay it out, you may be okay on carpet. If you don't have a mat, you could use a towel, like a long towel, and fold it up, or 2, so you put one under your knees and one under your elbows, because that's the position we're going to be in. Make sure you have a little bit to drink, and then when you're ready, we'll come down onto the floor. If you're not going to do the tummy exercises, which is okay, then make sure that you skip forwards a little bit and do the stretches at the end. Okay, so for the core exercises, so here, we're going to start off with a plank. So we're going to be on your forearms, and as it's a beginner's workout, we're going to do it on your knees. So still quite a technical exercise. So what we're going to do is come down onto your forearms. Then we're going to, so you can see here where I am now, this is not where you want to be, because it's too easy, your bum is not in the right position, and it's not going to help you when you progress to do the harder version. So you want to walk the knees out, dropping the hips lower, so not too low, you don't want to be arched, not too low. So you're holding this position here. A full plank is here on your toes, which is a little bit harder. We're going to do it by time, and we're going to do a couple of rounds of 20 seconds. There is another exercise afterwards, but we'll just do this one first and just focus on the plank. So we're aiming for 20 seconds. You might find you can only do 5 or 10 seconds. That's fine. Just rest. Doesn't mean you can't do it. It's a bit of a practice exercise. Okay, so we're coming down onto your elbows. We're going to walk the knees out, and we're going to hold. So you want to squeeze your tummy muscles. So imagine you're bringing your tummy button into your back. So you're squeezing that in. Try not to arch, tuck the hips under, and just hold. So you've already done 15 seconds. Sit. got 20 seconds already, which might be enough for you. If, as you do this more and you get a bit better, just hold while I'm talking through the next exercise, join in with the next one. So now we're going to come up onto your hands and knees. We've got two options here. So your easier option is just to slowly lift one leg off and then down, and then slowly lift the other leg off and then down. Again, hold that tummy. If you want a harder version, take the opposite arm off. So if I'm going to lift my right leg, I'm going to take my left arm off and then come down. So you want the leg and the arm to go at the same time. If it's too much, just do the leg. Okay, alternating each one. Ready? So hands and knees, and off we go. So slowly lifting opposite arm and leg, slowly coming down. The more you eliminate the wobbles, the better it will be. So opposite arm and leg coming off, opposite arm and leg coming down. Do it in your own pace. If it takes you the whole time just to do one on each side, then that's okay. It's better to do it slower. We're going to do 10 seconds left, and then it's a minute with both exercises. 20-second plank and a 40-second 4-point lift. So opposite arm and leg. Last one. Resting. Good. So we're going to do those again. So we're going to do plank versus your opposite arm and leg lifts. You've got options. You can do them, do just the leg if you can't manage the arm. Okay. Ready? So we're going to do that again. So your plank and then your opposite arm and leg lifts. Okay, ready? Knees, forearms, off we go. So keep the abs squeezed in, remember tummy into back, hips tucked under, not arched. Push the floor away, so don't cave into the floor, push the floor away. You've got a few seconds left. And resting. Good. So walking it back in. Finishing off the minute with your 40 seconds opposite arm and leg lifts or just leg. Ready? And off we go. So opposite arm and leg. The slower you do it, the better. If it's too much, just do the legs. So slowly. What I don't want to see is any wobbles. So you want to remove as much of the wobbles as possible, which is actually harder than it seems. So opposite arm and leg. Hold the tummy. Opposite arm and leg coming off and down. You've got 10 seconds left, so it might be 2 or 3 more. Opposite arm and leg coming off. Last one. And resting. Good. So if you need to roll the wrists around, just loosen those off. If you're feeling up for it, we'll do one more of those. If it's too much, don't do it. Skip forwards, do the stretches. So if you're okay, we're going to do that again. 20-second plank, but a modified knees version, and then your opposite arm to leg lifts. One more time. Are we ready? Okay, ready? And we go. So locking the abs in, your hips tucked under, you're on your knees, on your forearms, just 20 seconds. If you can. We have got 5 seconds left. Keep that abs tight and rest in. So walk it in. Last part, squeeze this, just the leg or adding the arm in. Ready? And off we go. So opposite arm and leg. Remember losing as much of the wobbles as you can. So slowly up and down, low and down. Swapping side, slowly up and come down. So holding the tummy, swapping them over, lowering it down, swapping over and down. You have got 10 seconds left. Nearly there. That's it. Last one. Opposite arm and leg. And resting. Good. Well done. So what we're going to do is start off with a little bit of a stretch out. So we will come down, so stick the bum back into your heels. Just gently walk the arms out and drop the head down to the floor. So reach the arms as far out as you can and just hold there for a second, and then we'll stretch out. That's it, and walking it back in. So we're going to come up off the floor. So for those, if they skipped through the ab exercises, can join in if they don't have mats. You don't need that for the stretches. So take your time coming up off the floor. If you feel a little dizzy and you want to just stay down, stay on the floor. If you're feeling okay, we'll come up. You can always pause and carry on from where you left off. So what we're going to do, a little bit of a stretch out to start off with, is step forwards. And we're going to push, so bend in that front leg, we're going to push that back heel into the ground. And just a little hold there. So if you've been going out on your daily walks or for your daily exercise, you might find that the calves have got a little bit tight. This is a good stretch for that. You can use a wall for a bit of balance. That's it, and we'll swap over onto the other side. So bend in the leg, bend the front leg, straight leg back, push that heel into the ground. That's it, and then come up. It's a little bit of a harder stretch, but a good one for the backs of the legs. Slightly bend your knees, and then take one leg out. Resting on, do it to the front, rest on your bent leg, and then stick the bum back. So from the side, bend, straighten the leg, stick the bum back. Always rest on your bent leg. So don't rest on the leg that's straight, rest on the bent leg. So flex that foot, you should feel that all the way down the backs of the legs. If not, you can either stick the bum out or lean further forwards. And coming up. So we'll do the other side. So bend the legs, stick one leg out, rest on your bent leg and stick the bum out. So stretching out all the way down the backs of the legs. If you need a bit of balance, you can hold onto your wall. Sit and then coming up. Okay, so just have the feet apart. We'll join the hands together and then roll in the wrists around. So if you did the tummy exercise at the end, because there was a little bit on your hands and knees, you might find you want to stretch that out and roll in the other way. Sit and then lower them. So we're going to bring just one arm in front and across, so in front of your body. Then the arm that's not doing anything just comes up, holds either onto the top part of your arm or the lower part of your arm, and just give it a little pull across, trying to hold onto the elbow. So just bring that slightly across, stretching through the shoulders. And we'll do the other side. So bring the arm across, coming up from underneath, either onto closer to your hand or a little bit higher up, and pulling over. That's it. And then what we'll do is we'll join the legs together and we'll go all the way up to the ceiling with the biggest stretch you can do. Oh, tickly nose. That's it, and reach it all the way up. And then lowering the arms down. Good, well done. So you managed to get through sort of as much as you could of the beginner's workout. If you need any other options for any of the exercises, just let me know and we can change bits around. But apart from that, hopefully that you got on okay with it.